What is up, everybody? It's Queen here. How you guys doing today? So in today's pick a card reading, we are going to see how can you create a life full of health and happiness for yourself. Obviously, this is something you're gonna have to do by yourself, for yourself. However, that being said, this is guidance on maybe paths you can take, maybe where you should focus, just stuff like that. So yeah, let's get into the pile selection. Okay, so we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Pile 1, I have this pyrite. Ooh. Bothers me when they get crooked. I don't know why it bothers me when they go crooked, but alright, here's the pyrite. I love this pyrite. It's so beautiful. And then we have pile 2. And this is a raw carnelian. And then finally on pile 3, we have some labradorite. This is the front of it. It is kind of a raw piece. This is what the back looks like. So only the front is polished. So yeah, you guys can pick your pile. The timestamps will be down below. I am going to put a little meditation music for you guys too to choose. So if you know your pile, pick down below. I'll see you there. If not, here's some meditation music. And then yeah, I'll see you at your pile. What is up, pile 1? If you guys chose this pyrite crystal, then this is your reading. So we're going to see how you guys can create a life full of health and happiness for yourself. I've already pre-pulled the tarot cards, as you can see. So there's 3 right here, and then this is the back of the deck energy. I like to include it just because it helps me to read further, I guess. Sometimes it's kind of like a story, and then this is like an extra. Sometimes this plays off of other cards. I don't know. I read it intuitively, so we'll see how that plays in. And then at the end of the reading, I will pick some oracle cards on camera for us, or for you. So let's get straight into it and see what your tarot cards say. I keep stopping and starting the camera. I don't know if you guys can tell that I do that or not. It's because this camera, for whatever reason, likes to stop recording around like 2 minutes, and sometimes it does it randomly before that, and I'll be like talking, and then all of a sudden like it cuts me off, and it's so annoying. So anyways, all right, so for the tarot cards, the first one we have is the Queen of Wands in reversed, and then we have the Page of Wands, and finally the Six of Pentacles. And then the back of the deck energy was the Two of Wands in reverse. A lot of wands here. You guys a fire sign. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyways. Okay, pile 1. There's something that you want to do, or you feel like you almost need to do in a way, or you want to share with other people, but you just lack the confidence to do it right now, is what I'm getting right off the bat. I feel like there's a creative endeavor, some sort of passion, some sort of interest that maybe you've started looking into. Maybe you've kind of like, it's caught your interest with this Page of Wands right here, but you haven't actually like explored it yet. The Page of Wands is all about like a curiosity in something, like, or someone. This could be a person too. It's just like really calling to you like on a soul level. This could be a idea that you had and you're kind of like looking into it. Like that could be interesting. This could be a hobby, like I said. This could be a passion of yours that you've kind of like maybe dabbled in, but you haven't really taken it too far, or you know, done it too much, I guess. This could be something that you just feel like desire about, or something or somebody, I guess. Yeah, it's just like, or an idea or something like that. I don't know if I already said idea, but it's just something that's very, like, you're very curious about it. I always think of the Page of Wands kind of like a spark has been lit, and you like know the spark is there. You're curious about it, but you're not putting more wood on the fire yet. It's like, do I want to actually start this fire, make it bigger? Do I want to keep it burning? Like, I don't know yet. I think I'm just gonna kind of like maybe look into this a little bit more. This could be like a prospect of some sort, or even like an opportunity of some sort that perhaps you aren't really sure if you're gonna take. This, like I said, it doesn't have to be about like a project or about a business idea or something like that. It could be about like another person. You could feel a little bit of something with another person here with the Six of Pentacles as well, but you're not like really pursuing it further. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a romantic relationship that you are looking into. It could be like a friendship or like a business relationship, something like that. For a lot of you guys in this pile, I am getting more perhaps of a career type thing, a like business idea, a business pursuit that maybe you're looking into. Maybe it's like a passion project that you guys are trying to turn into your main source of income. It's just something, like I said, that you're like, oh, this is interesting, but you haven't actually moved yet, right? So the Page of Wands, as you can see, he's firmly planted on the ground with this his wands right here, and then he ain't moving yet. He's still looking at this one, like kind of debating if he wants to move any further, like trying to figure things out still. He's not actually moving forward yet, especially with the Two of Wands in reverse. It's like I feel like you guys might not think there's any future in this, because the Two of Wands upright is like you're planning for something in the future. You're kind of making moves, making decisions on which way you want to go. It's all about like future planning and getting to the Three of Wands, which is, you know, expanding on that and kind of having more of like a process to it, right? This one's all about the planning stages. He also is not moving, but in reverse, it's kind of like you feel like this won't come to anything. Whatever this Page of Wands moment is for you, you feel like this isn't gonna amount to anything. It's not worth planning out because you don't even know if you're interested that much yet. Yeah, it's very interesting here. Okay, so for you guys in pile one, the message here I'm getting is that this is meant to be shared, seen, or there's meant to be an equal give and take here. If this is like a relationship, it's meant to happen pretty much. Whatever this Page of Wands moment is, is something that is going to make you incredibly happy and fulfilled in this lifetime. I think it's something that's going to honestly turn out to be pretty big for you. I don't know if that's going to be like the end phase of it, but whatever this starting phase is where you're at, once again, I think for a lot of you guys, this is a sort of like business type of deal, or like trying to make something into a career. I'm hearing like Etsy. I'm seeing Etsy pages. So yeah, this could totally be like a creative endeavor, having your own personal brand, having your own personal products. And maybe you're like, you've even started to create some of the stuff, but you're not like, you just don't think anyone would be interested in buying it or something like that. It's, yeah. If that's ringing true for you guys in pile one, people are going to want to buy it with the Six of Pentacles right here. Six of Pentacles is all about give and take. As you can see, this guy's standing up. He's giving people money right here, and the scales are very balanced. So it's about give and take. So if you guys are going to make a product or promote yourself as a personal brand, it doesn't have to be your own personal brand. It could be working for another business or company or whatever it may be. People are going to be interested in it, and it doesn't necessarily have to be money that they're giving you. This could even be something like social media, you know what I mean? Doing something with social media and having an idea, and you're not sure if you want to pursue that idea yet, but the Six of Pentacles is really saying people are going to give you something in exchange for your idea. They're going to give you something in exchange for your passion project. They're going to give you something in exchange for your whatever it is. So in terms of like social media or something like that, if you guys were thinking of pursuing that, this is definitely like, maybe you guys are actually getting paid as well, but this is definitely could be, you know, getting the views you desire, things like that. The Six of Pentacles literally speaks of like success and getting compensated for your time and your energy, which is, Wands is all about energy. It's literally fire. It's not so like definable like pentacles are, or like swords are. Yeah, it's literally being compensated for your time and your energy. So this might even be somebody helping you out in a way. This could be somebody helping you out by giving you a loan, giving you money, giving you a physical product maybe, or a physical thing that you need for this business, this company. This could be somebody helping you out and just like loaning their time when you need an extra hand. If this is a spark with another person that you're not sure if you want to quite pursue yet, this relationship is going to be very, very good for both of you guys. The scales once again over here mean like balance, and this is going to be a very balanced relationship. There's going to be a lot of give and take, like the card Six of Pentacles is all about. So it's going to be a very I don't know how else to say it, a balanced relationship. You know, you're going to help them out a lot, and they're going to help you out a lot. It's going to be a really beautiful thing. So the way you guys can create your own personal health and happiness in this pile is absolutely trusting that spark that you have right now, whatever that interest is, whatever those thoughts may be, whatever projects you've come up with, whoever this person may be, it's trusting that. The page hasn't actually moved yet, once again, like I said, so I'm not saying this is going to come easy to you. You guys need to explore this idea more. You need to explore things about it. The page is really inexperienced and like green, I guess you could say. Like he doesn't really know much yet because he hasn't done anything yet. So I'm not saying this is going to come easy for you guys at all, but Spirit's just really saying that this is going to be so fulfilling for you guys, and it's going to make you so happy if you actually explore this idea and get into it, and you're going to be compensated in whatever way. People are going to help you. People are going to be there for you're going to be seen, you know. With this Queen of Wands in reverse, it's just like you guys are lacking the confidence that it takes to move forward. You don't have the courage to believe. I feel like this is a lot about personal power. You just feel like, who am I to start this? You know what I mean? And Spirit's saying like, no, you should start this, because this whole reading is about how are you creating your own personal happiness. And literally they're saying this will be it. You know what I mean? The Queen of Wands upright is somebody who's super confident, somebody who, you know, sits on her throne and she's confident in her ideas, in her looks, in her everything that she creates and everything that she puts out into the world. But the cat in front of her is all about her like shadow side, which everybody has a shadow side. Everybody has fears, insecurities, and all that stuff. But the fact that the cat's in front of her and she's sitting tall and so is the cat, it's kind of speaking of like, I'm aware of things I need to work on. I'm aware of things that perhaps like are my insecurities. I'm aware of like X, Y, and Z. However, I'm not going to let it get to me. In reverse, it's kind of like the cat's taking like the stand, you know what I mean, over the queen. The cat's overbearing the queen in a way. So it's giving in to those shadow side, giving in to fears, giving into insecurities. Like I said, lack of confidence, just feeling like being taken out of your personal power. Like, who am I to do this? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not capable. I can't do this, you know? Could actually be another physical person too, if it's not like your own inner doubts and insecurities. This could be another person too, since the court cards can represent other people. So this person or people could be like jealous and envious. They could be selfish people, and they could be very temperamental, vengeful, even like a bully in some type of way. So this could be another person who's kind of feeding into your insecurities and your doubts because they are living in their shadow in a way. Yeah, these people or this person is not in balance whatsoever and is very, like I said, like temperamental, and because of this, they are very envious very easily. They're envious of other people's success, or envious of other people's talents, and instead of, you know, working on that within themselves, they just take it out on other people. They kind of project it onto other people. So this could be another person who's making you feel this way. And with this Two of Wands in reverse, it's just like you feel like I'm not even gonna plan looking forward with this. I'm not even gonna try to move forward with this. Why would I? You know what I mean? You're just not looking forward to the future. But like I said, pile one, the message here is that whatever this Page of Wands is for you is gonna be something that makes you so happy in the end. It might not turn out exactly how you planned it, since you are in the Page of Wands stage. There's going to be a lot of things that you have to kind of like a lot of mountains to climb, if you will, a lot of things to learn. Like the page is very green, he's very inexperienced, he can kind of be immature about some things. So I'm not saying it's going to come easy or anything like that. You guys definitely need to do some work, look into this a little bit further, and, you know, kind of build and expand upon this idea, this passion, this creative outlet, this, if it is another person, obviously you're gonna have to like build the relationship, you know what I mean? Because if you guys are in the Page of Wands stage, you might not be that far into a relationship at all. But it's saying in the end, this is gonna not only make you so happy, but this is definitely gonna pay out for you with the Six of Pentacles right here. It's just gonna be so fruitful for you. I feel like whatever this is will be like a stepping stone for you guys to get to like future endeavors or whatever, and like future wants and dreams. Like it'll just be like your stepping stone onto other things. So the message here is really just to create that brand, start that Etsy page, start selling your products, start asking this person on a date, or ask this person to, you know, hang out, go shopping, whatever it may be, if it's like a friend's thing. Like just really start to like look into it, start to do some planning, start to do some research if it is like a business type of a venture, or start to actually create something, because I feel like you guys haven't actually created it yet. So yeah, and also to really try and become confident in your skills, become confident in yourself. And obviously that's something that's learned too, and it's easier said than done, I'm aware, but to start working on your own personal power. And if this is somebody else or other people who are kind of sending this energy towards you, perhaps learn to set up some boundaries. Maybe you have to cut some people off, just things like that, because that energy is not good for you whatsoever. Okay, so I think that's all I really see here. I mean, it's a very broad thing, but since it's a private, wow, why can't I talk? Since it's a very general reading is what I was trying to say, it is going to be different for everybody. So let's just get some more things with these cards. How can you guys in pile one create your own personal happiness? How can you create a life full of health and happiness in pile one? I feel like I want to shuffle again. I'm sorry, I can't do like two things at once, so I'm like shuffling and I can't talk. How are you guys in pile one going to create a life full of health and happiness? Oh, those are like jumping out. You see that? Okay, so we have the jellyfish with intention. Yeah, 100%. You guys haven't set the intention yet to move forward. You haven't like figured this out yet. With intention, you'll figure this out, and then obviously once you like know what you want to do, you can start planning future steps, but you have to get to that first intention, right? And then we also have defend in reverse. And at the back of the deck is freedom in reverse. So the jellyfish card speaks all about how jellyfish go with the current of the ocean, and this is like literally saying to first, you know, you have to set your intention. Like, what do you intend to do with this idea? What do you intend to do with this relationship? But once you're able to figure that out for yourself, especially away from like this type of energy, the second step is just to trust the process. You can't learn until you learn. Like I said with the page there, he's just an experience. Like some things you can read on paper and everything, but until you actually go through and learn it, you're just not going to know. Especially if it's like a more creative thing. Like nobody can teach you like, you know, true creative process or anything like that. Just something that goes with the flow. So all about working with the current instead of against it. That's what the jellyfish card said. And then the scorpion with defense here, it speaks of, so scorpions actually don't sting like at first they'll actually spit off the venom out of their tail as like a warning, just like a rattlesnake does a warning hiss before it, or warning like shake of its tail before it actually strikes. So it's like saying that you're kind of pushed against the wall and you feel like you need to defend yourself because it's been like pushed to that limit. It's talking about resistance, confrontation, and struggles, and in this case I feel like you guys are going to meet some of that. I mean, it's inevitable with learning a new thing, like, you know what I mean? If everything was easy, we would all be doing it, right? And that's not to like, you know, dissuade you from doing whatever this page of wands idea is, but you know, it does happen. And so yeah, I think some of that is going to come with just like learning and come with the further steps along this journey, whatever this journey may be for you. But also this could be like confrontation and struggle, like in resistance, either against another person or because of another person. This Queen of Wands in reverse, you could be getting a lot of like struggles with yourself and creating this plan because of them, or if this is kind of more something that's happening internally with you, it could just be like an internal battle that's really stopping you from moving forward. Yeah, the Scorpion card is all about defending yourself if you truly need to. Once again, like I said, setting the boundaries if you truly need to, but also to kind of listen to constructive criticism and to just have a better understanding of everything that's going on around you. So it's just a fine line between like when you're going to defend and when you are going to be like, oh, okay, you know what, you're right, I did not know that yet about, you know, this business or whatever it may be. Like, I didn't know that yet and I'm learning. Like, so like taking constructive criticism like that, and obviously if it's like against a person who's just like envious and jealous because you can create something and they can't, like, okay, perhaps you need to have a little bit of a I don't want to say confrontation, but like set some boundaries down, try to talk to this person. If it does turn into a confrontation, really think about how you want to proceed with this person. So And then the narwhal, the freedom in reverse, just speaks all about not opening yourself up to other people, really being afraid of like other people, of being vulnerable, of companionship. So if this is a relationship type thing, that might be why some of you guys aren't actually pursuing this spark that you feel with this other person, because you might be afraid of whatever this is. Maybe you just don't think, you know, you're good enough for this other person, or that they wouldn't want you, or whatever it may be. If this is to do with like business or just creating art or whatever it may be, this could be you're just scared of how people will perceive you. But once again, with the Six of Pentacles right here, it's just like your time is going to be rewarded in some way, whether that be getting the date, getting a friendship with this person, or, you know, actually doing business transactions and selling your stuff on Etsy or on your online store, doing online readings like this and getting some views on YouTube. You know what I mean? In some way, shape, or form, there is going to be something given back for your time and your energy. So don't let your doubts and your fears stop you from moving forward, because this is such a beautiful energy, and it'd be a shame to squash something before it started because you just don't think you're good enough, or you're scared of other people and their opinions. And listen, I get it. I do. I'm online. Like, I do understand how scary it can be, but like, I don't know. I always think of, I saw someone online, they were like standing in a graveyard, and I'm sorry, this is getting a little bit morbid, but and they were just like gesturing around to the graves, and they're like, look at this. This is where we're all going to be in the end. Are you really going to let these fears, these insecurities, these opinions of other people's, these beliefs of other people's that you don't agree with, are you really going to let them stop you from living your best life? Because we're all going to end up here. We're all going to die one day, right? So why not pursue these things? And yeah, maybe you're going to learn the hard way sometimes. Maybe some shit's going to happen, it's going to hurt. But honestly, like, it's all part of the ride, and the only thing in life that's constant is change. And it kind of reminds me of the quote too. It's like, sorry, once again, I'm shuffling and I can't talk and shuffle at the same time. But it reminds me of that quote too. That's like, what if I fall? Oh, but what if you fly? And I feel like with this, it's spirit wouldn't tell you to go forward, just to have you fail. Once again, there's going to be some learning lessons, absolutely. There's going to be some things, some hurdles to cross over, but anything in life that's worth it isn't going to be handed to you easily, you know what I mean? And I feel like you guys are going to get such a good reward off of this. It's going to definitely benefit you in such a great way. So I think you should go for it. All right, anyways. All right, so how can pile one create a life full of happiness and health? Pile one create a life full of happiness and health. All right. What is this? Yes, it says beginnings. I love that. So this is why I got excited. It says beginnings. It says adjustment, sheddings, new release. Yeah, I feel like you guys just have to shed some of shed some of these old insecurities, some of these things that are no longer serving you. Absolutely. And then new, absolutely. There's definitely new things coming in, but like, no one can make you take that first step right here. Nobody can make you do it. Like, you have to do it yourself. But I just feel like there's just such a net already for you in place, and it's just such a great idea that why wouldn't you, you know? And then crystalline energy, wonder, alive, beauty. Absolutely. Especially for this one. Yes, this is going to be something that just is so beautiful for you guys in whatever shape this takes form. And it's going to be like, you're going to feel so full of energy and so alive and be in so much like joy because of this, feel so much wonder because of this. And then what is the last one? We have gratitude, receive blessings, thanksgiving. Literally, this is the Six of Pentacles. Do you see this? And the number 11 right here, the number of new beginnings. Absolutely. Like I said, give and take, receiving and giving, blessings, thanks, gratitude. Yeah, you guys are going to be so grateful that you took the step, and also you're going to be grateful because you're literally going to be benefiting off of this in some way. You know what I mean? Like, literally getting that money if it is a business, getting that relationship if it is a relationship, getting the friendship. All right, there's one more card. So we'll get that. What last card do we have? How can pile one create a life full of health and happiness? There's so many cats in here. I don't know why, I'm just seeing like a lot of cats. There's a cat there, a cat there. I don't know, that was really random, but I just noticed that, so. Alright, how can pile 1 receive a life full of health, or create a life full of health and happiness? How can pile 1 create a life full of health and happiness? Alright, so we have, I love this card. This is my favorite card. It says Astrology. Love, fire, sensuality, fertility. Absolutely, you guys. This is such a beautiful card. And look at this. This is so red. Fire sign. Like, you guys must be a fire sign or just have like a lot of fire energy in your chart or something, because this is a lot of fire energy right here. You guys are super passionate people. I can already tell just from all these wands and from the red here. And you're just super devoted, passionate. You're courageous even. Like, this is like a shame that this Queen of Wands is in reverse, because I feel like you guys could have so much confidence in whatever's bringing you down. Whoever's bringing you down or brought you down is just, yeah, it's all about personal power with you guys. But love, fire, sensuality, fertility, absolutely, this is going to be so beautiful for you guys. You're going to create something so beautiful out of this Page of Wands moment. Okay, I am going to read that out of the book, and then that'll be the end of the reading. So we have love, fire, sensuality, fertility. When we love, we can gaze directly into the soul of another human being for a while. This in-love sensation reminds us of who we can truly be when we connect with our own self-love. We feel complete, adored, and we open wide to the experience. Energy surges through us. We crave the touch of the beloved. We are, for a time, quite mad. When this card comes to you, the love fire has been lit within you, and you are being asked to allow your self-love to ignite in return. You are feeling sensual, ready to make love, to explore the boundaries of physical sensation, and you wish reality would simply leave you be for the time so you can fully experience this craving and desire. About you is the sensation of fulfillment, of satisfaction, and for the time you will live between the worlds while this powerful experience shakes you to the core. And all the while, this fairy being gazes into your heart, willing you to remember that not only do you love, you are worth loving. Astral's cool green gaze observes the fire within you and will remind you again and again that to love yourself and to love another with all of your heart is kind of baptism, a blessing, a ritual, and a trial by fire. Passion is your whole world. Let the fire embrace you, purify you, and keep walking through the flames of love. That is like literally sums up everything I said. We could have just read that one card. No, but for real, what did I say in the beginning about this Page of Wands? I felt like there was a spark, and I felt like you guys were deciding whether you want to actually put kindle on the fire or not, right? To make the bonfire burn brighter. That's literally what that said in less words and less stuttering. Yeah, so for some of you, this is all about self-love, self-empowerment, and just loving yourself and knowing that you are worthy of stepping forward and creating this future you desire. And for some of you guys, this is literally about self-love too, but about loving another person. And that this relationship is definitely worthy of pursuing. So either way, no matter what this is about, this is definitely what you guys will be feeling. Like energy, alive, wonder, and beauty. Just like so like in awe and feeling inspired and just passionate and yeah, like energy alive, like feeling alive with this. So anyways, that is all I'm seeing for you guys in pile 1 before I just start repeating the same stuff over and over again. Let me know your thoughts down below, and yeah, definitely don't forget to subscribe as well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. Random little note I'm getting here is the song Everest by Loveless. You guys should look it up. One of the lyrics that totally reminds me of pile 1 is, "You can't take from me the heart that's in my chest. Fuck this complacency. This is our Everest." Totally reminds me of you guys, so you should look it up, but they sing it a lot better, so bye. Hello pile 2, if you guys chose the carnelian, then this is your reading. So this is the card right here. So as you can see, I've already pre-pulled the tarot cards. So we did the 3 cards that came out right here, and then this is the back of the deck energy. I do like to include it, just, I don't know, I feel like it adds to the message. So yeah, we're gonna see what you guys can do to create a life full of health and happiness for yourself. So let's get into the tarot cards. I will, by the way, at the end of the reading, I will be pulling some oracle cards on camera for us, or for you. So yeah, let's see what it is. So we have the Sun. We have the 8 of Wands in reverse. And the Star. I love this. This is so happy. And then the back of, what's the 10 of Cups? This is literally such a happy energy. I love this. I'm sorry if you can't like see anything good. I literally am still trying to like, I still don't have a tripod. So anyways, yeah, let's get into it. First things first, the song that came straight to mind was Jimmy Cliff. I can see clearly now the rain is gone, and I'm sure you guys know it. If you haven't heard it, definitely look it up. But the main line is like what I'm hearing, and so that is, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright sunny day. I love that. You guys should look it up. Anyways, I feel like the message I'm hearing is you guys were meant to be seen. You guys were meant to shine. With this sun card, the first one that's just like, it's so bright. It's here, you know? You guys were meant to be unapologetically you, and it's all about authenticity, just being unapologetically yourself. Right next to the 8 of Wands in reverse, the 8 of Wands in reverse speaks of confusion, it speaks of delays, it speaks of chaos in a way, it speaks of perhaps bad news coming in, it speaks of frustration. It's like no matter how much you guys in this pile, how much chaos is around you, how much confusion, how much frustrations, or how many delays you are experiencing, whether it's in your own life or whether it's just like the chaos around in the world, catastrophes happening in the world, you guys are still full of positivity, you're still full of optimism, and I feel like you just want to make the best even out of the worst situations. I said you want to make the best out of the worst situations, but I feel like you guys are actually able to make the best out of the worst situations. I feel like no matter what is going on around you, no matter what might seem like catastrophic and what might seem chaotic and what might seem just like, how am I going to get past this, whether it be on your own personal level and or on the world level or what's going on around you, you're just like still so full of hope, and you give this to others as well. Like you guys, I feel like, are the definition of when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, like being dealt a shitty hand but still winning anyways. It's like in the song that I literally just said in the beginning, gone are the dark clouds that had me blind, it's gonna be a bright sunny day. It's like these are the dark clouds coming in, and it's not that they don't happen, obviously they do, and they're still there, but you guys are the sun and the star combined. You guys are so bright and optimistic and bubbly and shining and just like so unapologetically you. I don't know how else to say it. I feel like you can either see the good and bad situations or just like bring out the best side of people in situations. I feel like you're able to make people, yourself included, feel very warm and at home. And like I said, I feel like you just give hope and joy to people. I feel like you make people believe that no matter what obstacles are in their way, they can move past it. There's hope for the future. There's still so much they can do, so much potential. The star card is like literally, the world is your oyster. Like I can achieve anything that I want to. It's all here for me. And some people are like this in kind of a naive way. And I feel like for you guys, it's not that at all. It's not like an ignorant, like, oh, this doesn't affect me, so, you know, it doesn't affect me. It's not an arrogant sort of way. It's not a naive way. It's a very, like, mature way. And I feel like it comes from, for you guys, that maybe you have dealt with a lot of this 8 of Wands energy in the past. There has been a lot of things that have held you back. There has been a lot of things that have been really destructive in your life. There has been a lot of chaos and just like nothing seems to go right and like unorganized and just frustrating events that have really like, you know, would have maybe broke a lot of people. So this positivity and this optimism isn't from a place of like I said, it's not from a naive place. It's like you acknowledge what is going wrong. You acknowledge that things aren't always good. Like you acknowledge this stuff. You're not completely blind to what's happening in the world. You're not completely blind to what's happening in your life. You understand it and you realize it and you have experienced it, but you still choose happiness. And that's a complete difference between somebody who is able to feel like this because they just truly are ignorant, they're naive about it, or they're arrogant, you know, they just don't think it will affect them. And you guys aren't like that. It's because you've dealt with it, it's because you've gotten through it that you're able to feel like this. You're able to lift other people up. It's because you yourself have experienced it. I feel like people in this pile might have been through like hell and back, and you still chose joy. You still chose to show people that there is a way, a better way, that there is a future. You still chose to give people hope when you could have taken this bad situation, this hand that you were dealt, and instead chose to tear people down, but you didn't. This is like a crazy warrior type energy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like this is a very powerful energy in the most like beautiful divine white light type of way. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's just so, like I said, it's easy to feel this type of way. And if that was the case, this would be in reverse, especially the sun. It's easy to feel that type of way if, you know, you've kind of skated through life and nothing bad has happened to you. You know what I mean? It's easy to feel that type of way if, I don't know, it's just like you avoided disaster, you know? Like I said, this is a warrior type of energy. This is like, I have fought that battle. I have been where you have been. And I still chose to be happy. I still chose my future. I still chose my fulfillment. I still chose hope. And it reminds me of the quote, joy is an act of resistance. I don't even know where I got that from, but I think a lot of things in life are by design and meant to try and tear people down. They're meant to try to make us say no, to not want to get back up again, to stay complacent, to stay playing small. I just feel like people in this pile, like you guys have been to the battlefield, or if you will, you've been through the struggles, you've been through the hardships, you've been through the hard times, you've had stuff trying to hold you down, you've had stuff trying to hold you back, whether it be other people, whether it be outside circumstances, whether it be, you know, your own maybe mental, emotional, spiritual health and well-being, whatever it may be, but you were able to overcome it. You stood your ground. There's such a strong energy in this pile of just like, I don't know how else to say it, warrior. It's a warrior energy. I used to have these cards. I don't have them anymore. I'm so mad. I went through like a moment where I got rid of a bunch of cards and now I'm like, shit, I wish I kept most of them. Anyways, I digress. There was this card that I have, and it was, it had like a warrior on it, and in the description of the card in the book, it was talking about how it's a lot easier to pick up your swords in battle, or it's a lot easier to run from the battle completely, but what's a lot harder is to put down your swords and try to figure out a solution, is to put down your swords and try to communicate, is to put down your swords and try to bring peace and hope instead of tearing other people down, instead of, you know, viciously getting your way through force of will or whatever it may be. Kind of gives me the feeling of like, I'm laughing because I have so many like proverbs in this pile. I'm sorry, they're not proverbs, but I have so many like quotes, and I didn't have any in any of the other piles, so I don't know where this is coming from with you guys. But anyways, it's like when people say it's a dog eat dog world, and you're like, this is true, this does happen, but it doesn't have to be, and I'll show you the way. It takes a truly strong person to stand in this sort of energy, in this sort of light, and not fall prey to like the easier way out, which is, you know, running away, or which is picking fights and battles and being aggressive and being angry and you know, dog eat dog world type of stuff. And you guys just are just like, there's another way, and it comes from the sun energy with you. Are you guys Leos? I'm just kidding. You don't have to be, but I just thought that was funny. But yeah, it's just like, I'm gonna throw you another quote here because I think you guys like this stuff. But it's in the Matrix where Morpheus says there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. It's like people want to know how you can be so hopeful, how you can be so joyful, how you can, sorry, my camera cut off, so I had to change the battery, but yeah, people want to know how you can still be so cheerful and so hopeful. And I just heard it's easy for you to say because you shine so bright that people like don't actually believe you that you've been through this stuff. Because how could somebody who is such a victim to something, how can they stand so tall? How can they be so strong? How can they still shine like this? How come their shine wasn't dulled, you know? How can they still have such light? And it's because you guys know, in order to achieve this level of happiness, this complete fulfillment, this just pure joy, like pure joy that most people don't actually, I feel like a lot of people don't ever get to this, you know what I mean? It's like, you guys know, this is such like, you guys are probably, I don't use the word like star seeds or anything like that often, but like you're definitely naturally, you're healers. yeah, there's no way else to say this. You don't have to like work as a healer, but you guys are definitely healers for sure. And in order for you guys to have taken this sort of weight and carry it and still shine so much brighter and hold so much compassion, empathy, joy, fulfillment, and all of that stuff that a lot of people never reach, I just feel like you're very strong people, but you're also old souls. Like, it just, I don't want to say it comes naturally to you, because nobody should have to go through, you know, shit in their life. But you are strong enough to handle it, you know what I mean? What I was saying before my camera died was, it's not about the road that you have before you, it's about the road that you've already walked. It's like, so people want to know, how come you're so optimistic about the future? How can you be so joyful and have so much clarity about things? And it's like, because no matter what the future holds for me, it's not about the unknown. It's about what I've already walked, what I've already been through, how I've already dealt with things, the lessons that I've already learned, how I know I am on the inside, and how I'm going to react to the future events and everything that's going to happen in my life. It's like, I am steady in me, and because of that, it doesn't really matter what's going to happen in the future, because I know I will navigate it in my best way that I can. And you guys are just in such a strong place that you're not like afraid of that, you know? A lot of you guys might be like teachers of some sort. Doesn't necessarily have to be like a traditional teacher, but teaching some sort of something. That was so vague, but like just teaching something to others, whether that be online, like selling, you know, courses, books, something like that. A lot of you people might be in the spotlight with the sun and the star here. You might have online personalities. You might even be like performers, be on camera, be on stage in some sort of way. Public speakers, especially with this, oh, absolutely. I feel like this light from you is like so genuine. Obviously it helps you a lot, but I feel like this light is like emanating off of you, and you like give it to other people. So you guys could be people who are public speakers and help other people, therapists, something like that. You guys could be light workers. That was the word I was looking for before, not starseeds. Light workers, you're definitely a light worker. You could be doing something like this that I do, some sort of positive affirmation, positive uplifting stuff, whether it be verbal or just however it may be. I can't think of examples, but you guys, if you know, you'll know. Anyways, so the way to create your own health and happiness in this pile is just to hold this energy, which is so much harder said than done. But I feel like if you guys are already in this spot, and by the way, if you're not really in this spot right now, not really feeling this, then perhaps this is one of the ways that you should be kind of going about life. And kind of adopting this mindset, which I know is way easier said than done, but this might be something that, you know, is the advice for you guys to take the mindset of. But I feel like for the most of you, you're already in this mindset, you're already in this state, you do it naturally. I feel like especially with the sun, it's just like, and the star, it's just like, you can't turn it off. You can't turn off the sun, you know what I mean? Like, it just comes naturally off of you. And I feel like you're already in this state, even if you're not really aware of it so much. But the way forward is just to hold this energy, hold this. Stand your ground. Don't let anyone dull your shine. Don't let anyone steer you from your path. Be humble, be teachable, but stand tall. If you get knocked down, get back up again. And basically, it's like not the end until you let it be, right? So you guys in this pile, I'm definitely seeing too that you need to share this light. I feel like all this light for just one person, it just, you're happiest sharing it. You need to share this light. So share your gifts with other people, share your truths with other people, share your light with other people, lead the way. You guys feel like you're definitely, like I said, warriors for sure, but you're definitely leaders, people who should be in positions of leadership and power, and teachers and stuff like that if you're not already. I feel like a lot of you probably lead by example, so maybe creating your own businesses, creating your own whatever it may be, that you can just show people like this is doable. Writing down stuff, putting it in books, publishing it, public speaking, online speaking. The way forward for you guys that you're going to be happiest is to share your story, lead your way. I don't know how else to say it, and I feel like you guys kind of already know this. And I literally, because I sometimes I write some stuff down, and I wrote down, I'm proud of you. So there's that, in case nobody has told you that. Sorry, I'm an awkward turtle, so which is why I'm like so awkward. I mean everything I say. I'm just, oh, I dropped a card. I'm just like awkward AF, so give me a moment. Okay, here we go. Let's get the oracle cards now. But yeah, for some of you guys, this might be a mindset that you are being encouraged to adopt type of thing. But this will be something that you want to adopt anyways. Like, I don't want to say carefree. Like I said, this isn't coming from a place of ignorance or anything, but it's kind of just like realizing the past is in the past, and it's called radical acceptance. You can look it up, and obviously forgiveness and all of that stuff plays into it as well. And if you're not ready to hear those terms, then, you know, you got to do the work and see if you want to kind of move forward with this type of mentality, I guess. So for some of you, that might be the message on how to move forward here to create the life of happiness and health that you love. However, for most of you, I think you already have this mentality. I think you're already either there or like most of the way there, and kind of the advice is just to start sharing stuff, to show your light, to be seen. You guys definitely need to be seen and heard. If not like physically seen, then definitely heard for sure. Just show people there's a better way, there's a future, like there's hope, you know? There's so many stories of victims and people who are on hard times and all of that stuff. And obviously it's important, but I feel like for you guys, it's important to see somebody who went through it, who's in power, who's standing in their own personal power, right? Who's standing tall and strong and shining bright like the sun. Just authentic, like, oh, why can't I say that? Authentic is what I was trying to say. I kept wanting to say authenticity, but I knew that wasn't like the other version of it, so I'd be like anyways. Look what came out. Trust and inspire. I love that. It fell on the ground though, so I kind of want to pull it, but I do that. Yeah, those are definitely 100%. You guys were meant to inspire other people. You were meant to have a platform. You were meant to have your story be known. You were meant to help guide others. And this, obviously, it's not about other people 100%, but it's like for you guys, this is kind of like how you feel fulfilled. You don't want other people to go through what you did. And obviously, like, you need to feel good with you too. But you guys, I feel like, are at the point where it's like you want to bring others up, and that in turn will bring you up, you know? So all right, how can pile 2 create a life of personal health and happiness? How can pile 2 create a life of personal health and happiness? All right, so the back of the deck we have family. Or sorry, freedom. Jesus Christ. It says freedom, not family. Over here we have family. Then we also have disguise in reverse. Yeah, disguise in reverse. Upright, it obviously talks of like a chameleon, how they disguise themselves to fit in with their surroundings. And obviously this could be a good and a bad thing. Like they do it for protection and safety and security, but for you guys, it's just not meant to be. You're not meant to fit in with the others. You're not meant to fit into the background. And that's not saying that you're like alone or anything, or you're going to be lonely, but it's just like, you're not meant to dull your shine. You're meant to be exactly who you are. You're meant to be who you're meant to be. And this will just come naturally for you guys. Once again, like you can't hide the sun, like, or the stars. So it's going to shine whether you like it to or not. Like, it's just going to be your natural, most authentic version of you. And it's just going to lift so many others up as well. That's just so beautiful. And it's really interesting with family. And then there's also the 10 of Cups right here. So the 10 of Cups obviously speaks of like emotional fulfillment and, and just joy and just things really coming full circle, like everything you wanted and more. And this could be in any sort of life, but there is the family at the bottom here. So for some people, this could be you guys, with your own family, but family also with this card right here speaks of creating your own family, whether or not they're blood. So this could mean either sense of the word. You guys could be helping families in some way, shape, or form. Or like I said, this could be about you starting your own family, and if you already have one, you know, just kind of breaking generational karma and generational trauma too. It's just like, it's all about what happened to me is not going to happen to you. In whatever way this resonates with you guys, it's what happened to me is not going to happen to you. And then the freedom card at the back of the deck, like, yeah, just being so free to be yourself, so authentic yourself, no apologies about who you are, what story you have to tell, or no apologies about taking up space, because you guys take up space, which is you know, a great thing in this case. Like, I love it. So the narwhal, it just speaks of knowing your own power and celebrating it through expression, individuality, uniqueness. It's freedom from commitment, from earthly ties, responsibilities, things that, you know, tie you down that you don't want to. It's all about adventure, travel, journeys, whether that is within yourself or whether you are actually traveling to find, you know, or to see like other people or whatever it may be. About finding yourself, finding your own personal power, and finding like hope and liberty after a period of restraint, after a period of feeling like you were held back from whatever it is that you were trying to do. I feel like you're not only giving that to yourself, but you're giving it to others as well. And I love that. So let's go on to some more cards. How can pile 2 create a life full of health and happiness? Let's see what they say. So we have gratitude, giving, receiving, thanks, and blessings. Yeah, what did I say? I feel like you guys are very grateful for the life that you're living, and I feel like there's a lot of, like I said, you've been through it, you've been there, so you're grateful for where you are now, and you don't take it for granted. That's the other thing, is that you don't take it for granted. And giving and receiving, I feel like I said before, I just feel like you guys will be happiest when you're sharing your expression, your freedom of expression with other people, when you're sharing your individuality with other people, when you're sharing your story with other people. So then we have harvest, abundance, gratitude, security, and patience. Yeah, I just feel like this is 100% coming in for you guys, because you guys are light workers. You've done the work. You've been, you know, where you've been, and because of that, you guys are going to reap the harvest. You reap what you sow, and you guys literally are like this pile of the energy, and this pile is just so bubbly. You guys are like the epitome of like light. So, and then we finally have hidden wisdom, elements, fairy, uncover. That's interesting. Yeah, I just feel like you guys are bringing light to things that perhaps aren't often talked about, because like nobody wants to talk about the hard, difficult things, and maybe some of these things are by design, like I said before. And I feel like just from what you create, who you are, how you speak, the way you express yourself, you're really just showing a lot of people the truth of a lot of things that maybe they hadn't seen before. So that's what that card is there. And then let's get to the last card. You might even, with this card, like I said, when you help others, you kind of find out, not you find out, but you help them find out that things that they didn't realize about themselves, maybe things that were holding them back that they didn't really realize were holding them back. Like, you just helped lift them up, so you helped them discover what was hidden, you know? Alright, let's get one last card for you. How can pile 2 create a life full of, oh Jesus, okay, that flew out of there. Hold on, give me a second. So we have Salu, vitality, health, and energy. That literally flew out for you guys. Like, you guys are I can't help but laugh because this pile is just like, you're so like fun and free and like bright, and I don't even know. Okay, anyway, so we have Salu. You radiate strength, energy, exuberance, and life force, the kind that emanates from within, giving you an energetic force field that others respond to, but within you dwell radiant and well. With every day, every heartbeat, every conscious moment, including the wise decisions that you have made on behalf of your own well-being, you are beginning to develop lasting strength, and your energy is potent, a fierce, and a force, and a presence. This card can also signify that it is time for you to truly take your well-being seriously, to connect deeply and respectfully with the body, to reshape it, reclaim it from the cultural biases and all the voyeuristic judgments that we are all subject to. It is time to develop support networks where your mind is valued and healthy relationships are nurtured, developed, and sustained. You must also do the work. Sweat and discover what you are capable of, and be sure to also change your nutrients, enhance the food that you are eating, be sure to eat well, and acknowledge any unhealthy eating patterns that you may have developed to self-nurture and comfort. All of this dedication and self-love will pay off in marvelous ways. You will radiate so much good, shining well-being that you will draw to you like-minded people to who support this journey and attract more vitality, good fortune, and love. That is 100% absolutely what I said, except for it summed it up with like 2 minutes. But yeah, so that is how you guys will find, or how you guys can create your own personal health and happiness in your life. So thank you guys so much for watching this pile. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the reading, and don't forget to subscribe as well. And don't forget that you guys are literally the sun. Like, you cannot be dulled. No, the only person who can dull your shine is you. So if that is going to, you know, take some work and do the shadow work, whatever it may be, work on yourself, work on your mindset, but for a lot of you, I just feel like it's going to be to share it with other people and to really just help boost up other people, and in that aspect also boost up yourself. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Hello, pile 3. If you guys chose this labradorite, then this is your pile. We're going to figure out how can you guys in pile 3 create a life of health and happiness. So as you can see, I've already pre-pulled the tarot cards, so these are going to be the main cards right here, and then this is the back of the deck energy. I like to take it as well. It kind of ties in with the reading. I don't really know how until I read it, but yeah, so I pulled that card as well. And then I am going to pull some oracle cards on camera, so let's get straight into it. How can you guys in pile 3 create a life of health and happiness? So let's get into the cards. The first card we have is the 9 of Swords in reverse. Then we have the Empress. And then we also have the Queen of Wands in reverse. And then the back of the deck energy was the Queen of Cups. Lots of feminine energy here. All right. Okay, so the first question, wow. I don't know why I said that. The first thing that I'm seeing here is for you guys to really know your worth in this pile. Know your worth as a person, know your worth as a human being, know your worth as a creative perhaps, and what you create, know the worth in that. If you are a woman, since there is a lot of feminine energy here, you don't have to be, everybody has divine masculine and divine feminine in them, but know your worth as a woman or as a mother, or just as somebody who is part of the divine feminine overall, if you are not specifically a she, her type person. Also in this pile, message I'm getting is to just be kind to yourself, to take care of yourself and find the beauty of you, find the beauty in the world around you. The card that really speaks out to me here is the Empress, which is where I'm getting most of this from, to be honest. The Empress speaks all of beauty, speaks of abundance, speaks of divine feminine, somebody being secure and standing tall in their divine feminine expression. She's really creative. She likes to create things, projects. She likes to have ideas and create them into something else. She could actually be like a parent, a family person. She's very nurturing, very giving to herself and others. So for you guys in pile 3, I'm really getting here that you guys might be into like the nicer things in life, whether that be you yourself, the way you look, the way you dress, the way you express yourself. Maybe you like things that people think are luxury items, just things that might be a little bit more expensive and or look a certain way that people really want or desire to get. Like I said, this could be you being into makeup, being into beauty, being into fashion, whether you do it for work or whether you just do it on the side. This could just be you being into and doing things that are very aesthetically pleasing. It doesn't necessarily have to be you yourself, but this could just be like your house, your home, even your family could just kind of look like Instagram perfect, if you will. Your life just kind of being like Instagram perfect, you know what I mean? You look at the Instagram reels and obviously you see all the highlights, and usually they're very aesthetically pleasing, and usually the people on there, like the Instagram models and stuff, look a certain type of way, right? I'm not saying you guys in this pile have to look like, you know, a specific standard of beauty or anything like that, but it's just something that people look at you and they really aspire and want what you have. This could be, like I said, what you own too, whether that be your house, your clothes, your style, the type of car you drive. There's a lot of like Venus energy here, and Venus is all about beauty, beauty of, like I said, the self, beauty of like art and just the world around you. It's about sensuality, so that could be you guys maybe are more expressive in your sensuality, whether it's the clothes you wear or the way you act or whatever it may be, or even like sexuality. You're very confident in your sexuality. This could be, once again, Venus is about the material objects and what we own, so this could be like nicer things or things that people think are nice and desirable that you have. This could even be things that you create, whether it be like a business that you have, or like I said, like a family that you know, created or whatever. Whatever it is, you might not even have this right now, but you might really like the aesthetic of that. So if you don't have the clothing style or whatever, or the looks that you desire to achieve, but you look at like models and stuff and you're just so inspired by these people, you just find it so beautiful. And it comes from a place of, you know, we all want to look a certain way and to feel a certain way because of that. But for you guys, I feel like it comes from a place of just like deep inner, like the Empress. I don't know how else to say it. You guys, like, this is what you embody. This is who you are. It's not like from a place of, I want to look this way so I can get that. It's just, you really just find it beautiful. There's just an air about you, or a desire about you for this type of lifestyle, this type of look, this type of things that you own. You just want like the nicer things in life. And once again, this doesn't really come from a place of negativity. This is just like, you truly find certain things beautiful, the way certain people look to be beautiful, the way certain people dress to be beautiful. You find like art in it almost. Like I said, some of you guys in this pile might actually work in the makeup industry, the beauty industry, in fashion, work on social media, people looking at you. Maybe you are an Instagram model. I keep coming back to that Instagram model page. I don't know why. So maybe some of you guys are, or like you might not be getting paid for it, but perhaps you are like, you like the aesthetic of it. And so that's what you're doing, and you're putting up your posts like that. Some of you guys in this pile might be either planning on getting plastic surgery, or like a makeover, or a cosmetic procedure, or maybe you already have. And once again, it doesn't come from a place of like lack, like I'm doing this for other people. It comes from a place of like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's just like, you just really find it to be beautiful. You just find it to be like very artistic, and like it's just part of like almost who you are to find beauty in this stuff. I get the feeling that some of you haven't actually leaned into this yet, whether it be getting a makeover, or leaning into this type of industry, leaning into something that has to do with like your sensuality, your sexuality, your looks, leaning into maybe, you know, luxury things, because there is a lot of like shadow over here with this Queen of Wands in reverse. So upright, the Queen of Wands is super confident. She's somebody who will take on the world. Her black cat down here represents her shadow. So her shadow side is like out in the forefront, right? She's not hiding it. She's saying, we all have light and dark in us, but I'm putting my shadow right here. I'm aware of my faults, if you will. I'm aware of things that I need to work on. I'm aware of my insecurities, but I'm still here sitting on this throne. I'm still secure in myself. I'm still confident. In reverse, it's kind of like the black cat is almost taking over in a way, overshadowing the Queen of Wands. So in reverse, this speaks of somebody just being really afraid to be themselves, somebody being so unconfident to be themselves, just being very, if this is you, you could just be very unconfident to chase this type of lifestyle, to chase this type of makeover, this type of look. This could be you just really being insecure about posting yourself in a certain way, or presenting yourself in a certain way that you find beautiful, but you're scared of what other people will think. I feel like some people in this pile look at maybe pictures of celebrities or models or whatever, and they're just like, oh my god, I wish I could do that procedure, or I wish I could look like that, I wish I could get my hair done like that. And like, you really, it would just like, embodying that would really make you happy, but because of your self-doubt, your lack of confidence, you're like, I can't wear that, I'm too big, or I can't wear that, it wouldn't, it's like too low cut, and like a woman's not supposed to wear something so low cut or something, just like something along that lines. It's just like a negative aspect about the way you're presenting yourself, or the way you want to present yourself, that's kind of like getting in the way of you being happy with this Empress energy. This could be some people in this pile really trying to hide their sexuality and or their sensuality, just being like, you know, you shouldn't talk about taboo subjects when it comes to like sensuality and sexuality, and or express them especially. This could be some people just really shutting that down, and just, or maybe just not being confident in their own sensuality and their own sexuality, and not owning it, you know? For a lot of people in this pile, especially if you are kind of have eyes on you, whether that is on social media, or just like the way you look just attracts people to you, whether you're out and about or whatever. I just feel like the Queen of Wands is other people. It could be one other person, but for a lot of you guys, I feel like it's like other people in general. It's just people are really jealous and envious and almost like a bully to you because they can't achieve what you naturally have. Like I said, the Empress is Venus energy. Like the Empress does not chase, she attracts things to her. She does not get up off her throne. Like she knows what is meant for her will never leave her, and what is meant for her will always find her. Like she will sit on that throne and she will get what she wants. I'm not saying you don't have to work for certain things, but you guys just have this energy about you, this Empress energy, where it's like you don't have to chase for things. They just come to you, right? You guys are just naturally talented, naturally creative. You just naturally know how certain things are going to look good together. You naturally have the aesthetic that people want to have. Maybe you naturally have like a perfect family or whatever, like perfect home looking, you know what I mean? People get jealous about that stuff. I don't know, it's strange. Maybe you're just naturally pretty, like yeah, for those of you in this pile that the Queen of Wands isn't kind of more of their own internal battle. This is more of like other people attacking you just for being the Empress, just for being this abundant person, for like having the life you have, for looking the way you look, for maybe having like items in, I don't want to say like luxury, but like, you know what I mean? Some people might think if you have nicer things, it means you're like living in luxury, even if you're not. It's just like a lot of other people's jealousy and envy, and it literally has nothing to do with you. People are just jealous and envious of you because you naturally exude this Empress energy, and they can't do it. There's that line from the Swedish song, what's it called? I don't even know the song name, but she says, all I do is blink and breathe and it got y'all pissed. Like that's what this is giving me the vibe of. Because the thing here is that the Empress is upright and so is the Queen of Cups, and they're the only two upright things. You guys are really caring, compassionate people. Like these are very good, very open energy. Like the Queen of Cups, she's literally looking into this cup like she's very caring, she's very intuitive, like she's in tune with her heart. She does things from her heart and her soul. She's very soulful, you know what I mean? So when you guys do this type of stuff, or when you guys long for this type of stuff, if you aren't currently doing it already, it's just like triggering people. And once again, it has nothing to do with you, it has something to do with them, like their shadow side. These are the only two cards that are in reverse, the Queen of Wands especially. It's just like you guys are more balanced in this energy, and their shadow is coming out because of it. And there's nothing you can do about that, you know what I mean? Just because you have, or you like nicer things in life, doesn't mean, like, it has nothing to do with them, you know what I mean? But still it's triggering them just being around you because of that, because they can achieve the same status. If this is having to do with like your family, or like you being like the perfect mother or something like that, and it's triggering these other people over here because they can't be the same way as you. They are not naturally in this energy. They're in their shadow right now. They're in their unbalanced side. They're very temperamental. They're very jealous and envious of other people, no matter what it is, just because they can't achieve what you have. With all that being said, the way that you guys in pile 3 can create your own personal health and happiness in your life is to just lean into this Empress energy, whatever it may be for you. Like I said, this is a general reading, so I can't go over everything, but I think I've pretty much said all that the Empress embodies. Just lean into it, you know what I mean? If it is like beauty or fashion or makeup, or just like things that are maybe more luxurious or whatever it may be, definitely follow your heart, follow your soul, follow your intuition and your inner voice, you know what I mean? This inner wisdom. Things might not make sense like on the surface, on paper or whatever, with this Queen of Cups right here, but you guys definitely have like a longing for something. If you're not already sitting in this energy right here, then you guys really need to try and work and overcome some of these other energies over here. For you guys to create your own personal health and happiness, a life abundant, it's literally this Empress energy. It's literally following this with the Queen of Cups up here. It's overcoming what other people are going to think of you, overcoming what people say about you or might say about you, overcoming these fears and anxieties. Once again, I know this is easier said than done, and this is going to be a journey, but this is definitely how I'm seeing it here, is just really sitting in this Empress energy. So, you know, if you want a makeover and you want to go look a certain way and dress a certain way, and it truly feels good to you, like in your soul, in your heart, then do it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you're going to get it right the first time. I'm not saying anything like that. But this Empress energy isn't going to go away. And if you ignore it, especially because of other people and what they're saying and their envies and their jealousies, because that's what it is. Once again, it has nothing to do with you, it's because you're triggering something that they want and they don't think they can get. You know what I mean? Especially if you're naturally just exuding this strong, beautiful energy. People, it's going to trigger people because it's you take up a lot of space, or you will take up a lot of space if you're in this Empress energy, for sure. It's like Rihanna said, people are going to talk whether you're doing bad or good. So you might as well be happy and enjoy this energy, you know what I mean? So if you can, you know, chase that beautiful house, chase that beautiful lifestyle, chase the art, create what you want to create, and don't worry about what other people are going to say or think about it, you know what I mean? Just really following how you feel you're most powerful, you're most worthy, you're most beautiful, and you're most abundant. With this Queen of Cups up here, it's just like your soul already knows what you want. Your like instincts, your intuition already knows what you want, especially with this Empress right here. It's time to chase after it. Or if you're already sitting in this energy, just continue sitting in this energy, and just know that these energies right here are projections more of other people. And I'm not saying it's okay, and I'm not saying it's easy, but there's no need for you to get rid of your own happiness, to stop chasing what you want, to stop making yourself feel beautiful, to stop creating, to stop living the lifestyle and the life you want to live just because other people can't find it within themselves to do the same, you know? And if this isn't other people so much as like you yourself, your own inner personal voice is saying, I could never pull off that look, I can never live that lifestyle, I can never have a perfect family like that, or whatever, which by the way, perfect doesn't exist, but you know what I mean, that's why I'm putting it in quote. But if this is your own doubts and your own like just lack of confidence, then this is really saying to work on that, because this is definitely your energy. If not now, then it will be in the future, and this is where you will shine the brightest. You are meant to shine like this. Like I said, know your worth in the beginning. And for those of you that haven't actually started looking into this energy yet, then like I said, this is all about like a lot to do with beauty. So this could be literal physical beauty, once again, makeup, fashion, I don't know how else to say it, just things like that. This could be creativity, just in any way, shape, or form. With this Queen of Cups right here, it's like you already have some sort of idea, or you will. It will just feel right. And I know that sounds so vague, but it's like that's the point of, not the point of feminine energy, but it's like it doesn't have to make sense on paper, because it just is, you know what I mean? Like it is unexplainable, but it's so beautiful. Definitely flows. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys in pile 3, to just explore what makes you feel beautiful or what you find beautiful. Explore your creative side, explore your passions, explore maybe your sensual side, and what, you know, that doesn't always have to mean like actual sex or anything like that, by the way, just like things like that. Explore what really makes you feel good and happy and beautiful and abundant, you know what I mean? And also explore maybe like what lifestyle you want to live. Are you living the lifestyle you want to live? If you already are, and you already have the wow, I can't talk. If you already have the kind of answers for that, and you're not in the beginning stages so much, but you know, you're kind of already sitting in this Empress energy right here, then Spirit's just really saying to continue that, and to continue working through fears, through doubts, and through, you know, anxieties, and especially continue cutting through the voices of others, because it's not about you, it's about them at the end of the day. So yeah, let's get some oracle cards. Express this divine feminine energy in whatever way it feels right to you. All right, so let's see what else. I'm laughing because I just heard fuck the haters. Oh my god, it's funny. Yeah, people can't stand somebody who's like sitting like tall, strong, and confident in any way, really, but especially if it's like in more of a taboo type of way. But fuck them. You were not put on this earth to listen to what they have to say. You were not put on this earth to live by their opinions and thoughts and limiting beliefs. And a lot of these people who are coming for you are so in their own shadow, and you know that happens. It does. My channel is the Queen of Wands. Like I resonate a lot with the Queen of Wands. So I you know, the reverse, we all have shadow side, and we all have the, you know, light side, if you will. And the Queen of Wands in reverse can kind of be a little jealous envious bully sometimes, whether that's you to yourself or other people's to you. But anyways, all right, so how can pile 3 create a life of health and happiness? How can pile 3 create a life of health and happiness? We create a life of health and happiness. Okay, so the back of the deck, we have love with the swans. I love that. I'm trying to think if this was upright or in reverse. I think it's upright. So we have victory. And then we also have trust with the horse. Yeah, I mean, victory in and of itself, like, I think that speaks a lot for you guys, whatever shape this is going to take for you, whether it be in like a career aspect, whether it be in just your lifestyle, you know, or it could even be like parenting, motherhood, that type of stuff. It's just to chase, to follow, like I said over here, the Queen of Cups, just like your inner instinct, your inner knowing, because what you feel is right for you most likely is right for you, right? And it says right here, victory, you're going to be successful. This talks a lot about after like a great triumph or achievement is imminent, and that a period of trial is reaching its end is what it says in the book. So I feel like, yeah, like I said, a lot of you guys might not quite be sitting in this Empress energy yet, but like you will be, and this will lead you to such amazing things in your life. This victory card speaks of empowerment and growth, which is 100% here with this Empress. Like I said, people are so mad, like especially if it's a feminine figure, you don't have to be female, but like somebody who is in their divine feminine, who's sitting empowered, like people get so triggered by that. If it was a divine masculine figure or masculine figure, they don't get as triggered, but for some reason when it's like a feminine, I don't know, people get triggered by that, but don't worry about them. Yeah, the victory card also speaks of you're being on the right path, and the pathway will lead to riches, fulfillment, and greatness. I love this card for you. And the last thing it says, the boar card may also reference the ability to make something out of nothing and gain success in places often overlooked by others. So that's interesting. Yeah, and the trust card with the horse over here, it speaks all about trusting in yourself, especially if you feel like you're being led astray, which 100% with these two cards in the end, I feel like you guys are. Trusting in yourself. This Queen of Cups, she ain't looking anywhere but in that cup. Like that cup has all the answers for her, and it doesn't make sense to other people. It doesn't have to, but like we all have that inner voice, the inner knowing, the inner instinct, and I just feel like you guys already have this sort of idea of, if you pick this pile, like I think you know what I'm talking about. And so yeah, Spirit's just really saying to follow that, because it is going to lead you to such, I don't know where that cut off, but yeah, no. Anyways, so we're gonna get some more cards. How can pile 3 create a life of health and happiness for themselves? How can pile 3 create a life of health and happiness for themselves? So we'll get like 3 cards, and then I'll do one more pull. All right, so we have crystalline energy, wonder, alive, beauty. Yeah, dude, this is like the Empress in like a oracle card form. This is 100% what I was speaking of. The Empress is all about feeling like alive and seeing the beauty and the wonder in the world. Yeah, this is 100% what I was talking about. I'm just realizing too now, some of you guys might, this might be encouraging you to do something with like nature, go out in nature, something to do with that. If it resonates, it'll resonate. Maybe with animals too. Yeah, so anyways, and then we have empowerment, expansion, together, prosper, divine. Like literally, what did I say? They want, Spirit saying like, know your worth. They want you to be in your own power, seated. You don't chase, you attract. That's not saying you don't work for what you want. It's saying you're not gonna change you to fit what other people or society or whatever it may be says the mold you should fit in, right? It's like you're shining like this Empress for a reason. There's a reason that you're born like you are, with the wants and desires that you have. The Most High would not make you in this way by accident. So to lean into that, that's how you're going to find your best happiness, your best health in this life. So yeah, and then uncover, we have dowsing, pendulum, answers, integrity. Well, I literally didn't read that before I just said what I said. Integrity. It's like keeping yourself the way you are and letting whatever it is, the rest of the world, other people that are going to come into your life, relationships, job offers, whatever it may be, come to you. Like, you're gonna obviously do whatever work you need to do, but you know, create what you need to create, but what is meant for you will never leave you, and what is meant for you will always find you, that type of deal. But also with this uncover card, like I said before, some of you guys might have to like sit on this for a little bit, because it's not so black and white, especially with a general reading. Like I said, this could be anywhere from like people creating stuff in business to like family, home life, motherhood, like anything. This could be anything from material possessions to like how we look, how other people look, just like, so maybe for a lot of you guys this is like you uncovering that for yourself as well, uncovering what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel beautiful in life, what type of lifestyle you want and truly makes you abundant and prosper. So, and lastly we got this last card. Just realizing I did the readings, like I always start with pile 1. I was like, oh, maybe I'll start with a different pile, and now I'm realizing I actually have to like go through as I edit. I usually don't really edit them too much, but anyways, this is just like a side note of myself, so sorry about that. I just realized with this love card behind the deck, I like showed it to you, but I never actually like said anything on it, and it kind of caught my eye. So for some of you guys, this might be like not changing yourself in any way, changing the way you express yourself, the way, you know, you go about your lifestyle, whatever it may be, in order to attract love. And for some of you guys who perhaps aren't living in your Empress energy yet, this could be actually changing the way you look, like for you, you know what I mean? Or changing your outfit choices for you because you want to. Chasing a different type of lifestyle and having like new love, new friendships, and new whatever it may be, new connections coming in because of that. So I'm like out of breath shuffling cards, like what is going on? Anyways, one last card. How can pile 3 create a life of health and happiness? Let's see what it says. We got the black cat on the back of that too, I just realized. It says a feeling, nobility, grace, and gratitude. Yeah, definitely. We'll read this one out of the book. Okay, so it says nobility, grace, gratitude. Heavy is the head who wears a crown, but within every moment, within all responsibilities and circumstances, lies the opportunity to be noble and to be graceful and to be grateful. And this is a Thieling's I can't say her name. This is a Thieling's, a wise being who is able to listen to the pleas and requests and the demands and to respond without pressure or frustration or tension. She is not one to sacrifice herself, nor will she allow herself to be influenced or dominated, nor is she overwhelmed, despite the vast nature of her realm and her responsibilities. She wears her duties lightly, just as she does the crown. And this is your message: to find a way to slow down the demands of your life. Create boundaries. Cease feeling so obligated to sacrifice your needs to the needs of others who are simply noisier and more entitled. What did I say? The Queen of Wands in reverse. For this moment, breathe and still yourself, and then carefully move forward, focusing on one thing at a time, giving each task your absolute attention. Now is the time for you to be as gracious when you say no as when you give your agreement. To never be cruel or snap and condemn simply because it would be easier to do so. A feeling reminds us that even when under pressure, with duty and status come great responsibility, and we must remember our blessings in order to develop our own contentment. We must extend patience and endow others with dignity. Be kind and be grateful that we have the opportunities that we have to change the world for the better every day. Yeah, that was like 1000% the Empress in like an oracle card, basically. I know I said that with this one, but like this one especially like gratitude, because the Empress is obviously known for like abundance, and I think most people think of abundance, they think of, you know, money abundance, which is part of it, but you know, there's also connections, opportunities, abundance of love, abundance of ideas, abundance of creativity, abundance of beauty, of fulfillment, of passion, just like so many different types of abundance. And obviously having gratitude for each one of those is very important for, you know, continuing forward and getting more opportunities or whatever it is that you're wanting. But anyways, that is all I'm seeing for you guys in pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to sit in your Empress energy, because this is you guys. Like, I feel like this is just like who you are, part of your makeup, part of your soul, if you will, part of your character. And there's just no point of fighting this, because why? Because other people are in their shadow side and, you know, are triggered because you're thriving and you look pretty. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys have like a lot of Venus placements in your, like, in astrology or something like that. I just thought of that really randomly, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Let me know your comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye guys.